What's going on, guys? It's your boy 2Js here at Sneaker Travelers Atlanta. We're in Gwinnett, and during this video you're gonna see a couple of my friends in exclusive game and Baby T buying some shoes. We're actually finding a fake shoe and pointed out some of the reasons why this shoe turned out to be fake. And then we meet the owners of Sneaker Travelers, who get to tell us a little bit about their story and explain why this is the show to be at in the upcoming years. So sit back, tune in, and check out the vibes.
Yeah, shouts out to 2Js, Urban Necessity, we here. Atlanta, we here. Real sneaker blog, we here. We doing it, you heard? Stop playing with us.
I got bit. Okay, so I know my voice sounds a little weird, So when we was in Tampa, the night before I left, I got bit by a spider, and it woke me up out of my sleep. And I woke up, showered, got dressed, ran around the day, most of the day in Tampa for a little bit, then got caught up on some flights. I left Florida like, I don't know, it basically took me like close to 10 hours to get home. But by the time I got home, I couldn't really breathe. I felt like very weak and congested, and as I showered and changed when I got home, I noticed I had like a really bad welt, and my skin was like purple where I got bit. I'm like, this is not normal. Let's go to the clinic. So I wound up going to a clinic at like 11:30 at night, Wednesday, and we were in the hospital. They told us to go straight to the hospital. When I showed them the bite, they were like, yeah, you need to go to the hospital. So then I was at the hospital from midnight to about 6, 7?
That's crazy.
So then that was the same day, which that Thursday was the same day you saw me with Phil Ivey and Marshawn and shoe surgeon. So I'm like so under the weather, bro. Like it affect my whole like breathing and shit. So but we need it. Hey, sacrifices.
Behind the scenes, baby boy. We come out to cash out for sure, man.
I got you these for 12.
That's something for the store, for sure.
Got it for 12?
What happened? Well,
Yeah, these are no good, bro.
What do you mean?
right.
I think I have the biggest one, 12.
Yeah, so look,
So he was about to buy a shoe, and then he was like, Jay, can you look at these? And in looking at them, I noticed a few discrepancies. I don't think that little homie was trying to get over on anybody. And I'm not saying that they're fake, but I'm just saying that they're not in a condition that I would take them in if it were me or my store.
So what happened?
I got scammed.
Hey, how much you pay for it?
1,200.
Pay 12 for those? So what you about to do? What you gonna do?
I've sold over 50 grand with this kid. So hopefully we can work it out. But I'm a little bit stressed out. I was just gonna thank you again and ask you if there's anything in particular I can show that kid.
just throw that shit on the app, bro. They're gonna come back in 2 seconds.
Like, is there anything in particular to point out?
The stitching was off. The color of the whole sole
Oh, yeah.
was
From
off.
far
I told
away,
you
I
my
just
eye,
seen
bro.
it.
I told you that from my eye.
Just from
That
far
shit.
away.
Chill.
I'll be honest with you. From far away, that yellow, it's different.
The color
that
of
yellow.
the spacing here is off. I mean, it's a learning lesson. It's a great lesson to learn.
Yeah, that yellow
It's
is
great
a
lesson.
different
Like, you
yellow.
need to stare at these till you never forget it. So at this point of the video, I wanted to take a little bit of time and really give you the the good part of the video, which is me sitting down with the owners of Sneaker Travelers and kind of really getting to tell their story, right? So, how did you guys get into sneakers?
Well, he was my shoe plug in the comments.
Wow, so you were providing exemplary customer service right off the bat.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I started at the age roughly around 12 collecting sneakers. It was really hard because at the time my mother wasn't able to purchase sneakers for me. She was only able to get me whatever she was able to get me, as she was working as in a factory. And I just started buying a shoe here, save up as much, wash dishes, cutting grass, whatever I could to get me that pair of shoes. And I worked hard to get whatever I could.
You remember what shoe it was? The first one you bought?
The first shoe that I owned was the Chicago leather, pen leather ones, mids in 2003.
Damn. Okay.
Back in middle school.
He still has them.
Still has them?
Yes.
Are they cracked?
Yeah.
I have multiple pairs, but okay. But after that, it was just buying, and then after a year later, I was like, you know what? You know, my mom couldn't really afford it, and I wanted these new shoes. By the time I got to high school, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start buying a shoe, flip it, and just continue buying sneakers. And I wasn't doing it for the profit. I was just doing it just to get my free sneaker.
So, okay, I gotta ask, right? So he's your shoe plug, right? And eventually becomes your boyfriend,
Yeah.
husband.
Yes.
How do we become shoe plug, boyfriend, husband, now business partner? Where did this idea of I wanna do my own show?
How it went. I mean, I was into shoes. I got them from him, and then all of a sudden we started talking together, whatever. Then he would be like, "Oh, can you go do a raffle for me?"
Yes.
At the stores when they were doing inside raffles.
Joni, does this sound familiar?
Can you go do a raffle for me? We would do raffles, camp out, whatever it took.
Either my mother was doing it.
Whatever it took to.
It's a beautiful thing when you can find something you enjoy, right?
Yeah.
And that it brings those memories. And sometimes the memories, they hurt, but you got to focus on the positive moments, right?
Yeah.
You're making her proud, bro.
Yeah, you are.
You're making a lot of people proud, and you're showing a lot of people come together that this is possible, right? I've known you guys 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Since money was 4.
Yeah, so 4 years old, so yes, 7 years then. Almost 7, right? No, he's 10, so
Yeah, he's
5.
6 years.
6 years.
We've been doing.
6 years, I've seen you at almost every show domestically across the United States through SneakerCon.
Yeah.
And I always view you guys as money's parents, right? And I've always had an appreciation of how you're teaching him, whether purposely or inadvertently or unintentionally, you're teaching this young man the steps of what it's like to roll up your sleeves and do hard work.
Yep.
And I've always respected and appreciated that. I get excited when I see you guys because I have such a unique relationship with him. It's like I talk to him like he's a friend, like he's a homie,
Yeah.
and he's got jokes. He's a funny kid.
Yeah.
And I've always, so through your son, I've like built this relationship with you guys, and I've seen you go from that vendor table that barely had any shoes
Yes.
to all of a sudden you're at every show, to all of a sudden you got a lot of shoes, to now he's like a big deal on Instagram, and you've opened this show, and I'm watching you. I went to your anniversary show in Tampa.
2018.
18,
Yeah, that was 3 years ago.
and it was really small. It was.
But it was big already.
Yeah.
And I think you're focused on what you don't have. And that's a natural human trait. We focus on what we don't have or what we think we want, and all the energy spent on what we think we should have. And not focusing and appreciating all the things you have. And what you have is a really good reputation, a solid name in the community, and you've built a platform that's allowing you to now provide for others. Yes, people are spending money to come to your show.
They're also making money.
And that's one of the things that I always wanted to see. I always wanted to see our vendors eat. Not to try to make a killing money out of it, but to see one day, to see one of our vendors to say, oh, I own a store. I want to see them where they started from. And that's a dream as a kid. Like, you know, I wanted to, you know, I wanted
like
people.
The big leagues. This is all-star game stuff, bro. So it's really dope, you know. And like I said, I've respected what you guys have done, and now this is the third show that I've come with you guys to, and like, where did it go from? Okay, well, we're gonna keep trying to kill it in our neighborhood, which is Florida. Where did the idea of, okay, we got to take the show on the road? Whose idea was that?
For him, I'm more scared to.
Honestly, I think because last year of August 15th of 2020, my mother ended up passing away. She was like not part of the show, but she would go wherever she needs just to make me satisfied, to get me a sneaker, whatever it is, you know. She was a major help. And that day just ruined my day. Like, we had the show coming up 2 weeks, a week later, and I had a choice. My wife ended up telling me if I wanted to continue, if she can run it, and I'm like, you know, I have a couple days to think about it, and I was like, you know what, my mother wouldn't want me to just give up.
Well, I don't think your mother, if she's like anybody's mom, she wouldn't want to affect your way of life.
No.
Right?
So you keep going on.
Yeah. And you have to, not just for your family, but for those that are watching you, man, and for yourself, to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Right?
This is what motivates me.
And you know, and I hate to bring the race card in, but being Hispanic
In this world,
you
it's
gotta
hard.
work 3
It's
times as hard as the next person.
It's true. It's really hard.
And the other part is when you're reminding yourself of that, is you can't even tell people you're Hispanic. And it's not because you're ashamed. It's just no one cares. And they shouldn't have to care. But you have to work 3 times as hard for them to let you walk into those rooms that you know you want to be in, and you know you can handle a conversation. It's part of the journey, my friend.
yeah.
It's frustrating, right?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Not even the
really-
race thing. I'm talking about when you want to do something and you're like, yeah, man, I don't know why the heck he's not talking to me the way that, like, if he only saw or if she only saw, right?
That's what they
If they only
see.
understood or this and that.
It's not even only the risk part, it's like more like, so say if I'm there, they go to him, but I know more when it comes to information, all this and that. They go more for the guy than they do the girl.
But you have to work 10 times harder
Yeah.
because you're female. And there's not enough women.
They overlook females. When they
Also,
I think, you know, the way you got to look at it, don't take that personal. They don't understand. And when you don't understand, you criticize or don't give it the right energy.
Yeah.
How long have you been at it with the convention?
4 years.
4 years. How many shows?
About 20? About 20, 24 around there, roughly.
24 shows in 4 years, right? So now, the one that everybody talks about is SneakerCon, right? SneakerCon does 12, 15 shows a year, all over the world. And this right now, this business that you've done 25 shows is just, I only see 2 people working here.
Yeah.
A lot of similarities, huh, Joni?
That's why I'm like, they remind me of
So-
him, but
You have to start like understanding like how to delegate, who to delegate, and then you have to like look at, okay, what went really well, like after these shows, which I know you're probably already doing it, but
Yeah.
after the shows, what went good, what went bad. Maybe we should do more of this, less of that. Let's try this, let's try that.
Talk to our
You guys
vendors.
were talking to me earlier about how great Facebook ads worked for you.
yeah.
But imagine, like I was telling you, if you try a little bit of content in this format and then put it on that platform,
Okay.
how bad could it hurt? It's not gonna
No,
hurt. It's gonna
no,
help,
it's not.
right? So, I think that you guys are well on your way to becoming a pillar within the sneaker community and a safe outlet for people to buy, sell, and trade,
Yep.
right? I'm excited to see your continued growth, to see what sponsors and vendors you get involved, what resellers come about, and hopefully I get to see some of those in person. So, where can we follow you on Instagram?
The Sneaker Travelers.
Give them a follow, guys. That's pretty much it for the video. I will catch
Thank you.
I will catch you. Where in the world am I next? Because I don't even know where I'm going anymore.
You're going to Boston?
Boston, and then Dallas,
December 5th.
December 5th,
December 5th.
at Sneaker Travelers, and then Cleveland, I believe, to
December
end
18th, I think.
December 18th. Well, just got my schedule done. So you might be able to catch me in one of those cities, guys. As always, I appreciate you. Take care. Make sure to do me a solid and like, share, and comment on this video for me, guys. Thanks
Thank
again.
you.
Thank you.